With Grammarly, it's like a piece of junk.
That's true.
My job is to make college easier because students have a lot on their mind.
What the f*** is that?
Grammarly has released some new ads, so we're gonna check them out, see if they're any better. Maybe that's wishful thinking, but let's have a look.
If you want to achieve better results, make a great impression, and save time at work, you should get Grammarly.
With Grammarly, it's like I have my own personal editor on every email or message or essay that I write.
No, the answer is no, they haven't changed a single bit. They're still just as bad. It's so great we have Grammarly because it was basically no other option. You know, you'd write an email, there's nothing to let you know if you spelt words wrong. So we can relax. Everybody who's on edge worrying about whether they misspelled a word in their text or their email, now you can breathe. I'm surprised Google hasn't come up with something like this already, you know, and put it in their emails or on Google Docs when you're writing an essay. Like, come on, Google, like you're lagging behind already. Jeez, we all have to get Grammarly just so we can spell words properly now? Oh man, I was starting to think there was no other option before this Grammarly ad. You know, I thought I was just gonna have to like memorize how to spell every single word, which is just impossible. Nobody can do that. That's way too hard.
Before I got Grammarly, I could sense that people didn't understand what I was trying to communicate in my emails. I was too wordy.
I used to be really calm in my emails. I would say, we should organize a weekend that we can all hang out. But Grammarly says I need to be more concise. So now I write, get the f*** over to my house right now. And so far it's worked pretty good. I think you could make that sentence even more concise. You could just write, we need to buy software. There we go. I'm even more concise in Grammarly already. What is wrong with my hair? That is what makes Grammarly ads so bad, is their examples. They are just so terrible. So just to prove it to you, let's have a look at this one here.
I catch embarrassing grammar and spelling errors before I hit send.
So while writing an email, they misspelled excited and wrote the wrong your. So let's write that exact sentence into Gmail right now and see if it picks up the mistakes. No way, that's really funny. Gmail recognized both those errors. So you're telling me I don't have to download Grammarly then? See, that's what I mean. Like, why would you use that as an example when you can clearly just write that into an email, you know, and it will already pick those up. Stop showing us solutions to problems we don't have.
If you don't have Grammarly, try it for free today.
Oh, you don't have Grammarly? That's pretty f***ing cringe. That came across so pretentious. Now Grammarly, I guess, has like started to bully you into getting it now. The people at Grammarly are like, well, if they're not gonna download our product because of how good we make it look, well then, we'll just try to make them look like they're really dumb if they don't use it. Sorry, what was that? You don't have Grammarly? Oh, okay, well, that's kind of f***ing cringe. So that was only one of them, and that was pretty terrible. So let's have a look at the next one. Unfortunately, on all these videos, the comments are turned off because they knew people like me were gonna go on there and go, hey, it's too bad Grammarly didn't want to hear any negative criticism towards their product. You know, that's too bad.
Grammarly can't teach you to dance, but it can help you make a great impression for free.
So right in the beginning of the ad, they say Grammarly can help you make a great impression for free. So in this example here, it says it will make you come across more confident. That's great, that's really nice. But wait a second, what's this down here in the little small writing? This feature is only available in our premium version. The basic grammar and spell checking on Grammarly is free, but whenever they give you like word choices and stuff like that, those are the premium features that you actually have to pay for. So download our product, it's free, but look at all these examples of our premium version. Like, that's awesome. For people like Grammarly, I guess it's just good business. So let's have a look at another one because you guys just love these, don't you? You know, nod your head. Yeah, you do. And also, if you're enjoying this video, please give it a like, give it a comment.
So I've got my essay written, and I've been working on it for about a week.
That's funny, when he's like pretending to type out the essay, it says dramatization. You know, you're like pretending to type on a keyboard and it's like, oh, people might think you're really typing. People might think you're really writing an essay, so we have to put dramatization in there.
So now I'm gonna show you how I use Grammarly to edit. Your sentence may be unclear or hard to follow. Consider rephrasing.
So the pretentious college student is showing us how to use Grammarly on his laptop, which is very nice of him. So in the first example, it shows a sentence that needs to be restructured. So obviously he forgot to put the apostrophe on others. So let's have a look and see if that's a mistake that would get caught in Google Docs. There we go, it found it. Obviously I'm not an English teacher, but does it really make that big of a difference to put your large groups in front of different tastes and preferences? Instead of having different tastes and preferences of your large group? Like, does that really make a difference? That seems like the kind of thing that wouldn't impact the essay that much. If you are some English teacher watching this video for some reason, comment down below if, you know, if there is some nuance to this that I'm missing and that is a way better way to phrase a sentence.
You know, affect and effect always get me.
This one they always put in there. They always have an affect versus effect in their ads, and it just drives me crazy because it's not that confusing to figure it out. Affect is a verb. Effect is a noun. So if you're somebody like me who doesn't really know what that means, I'll go into greater detail. So affect with an A means to act on or change something. So construction will affect traffic in the area, trying not to let emotions affect their decision. So affect with an E is a change that results when something is done or happens. The second cup of coffee had no effect. But this guy is acting like, oh, you know, effect versus effect, damn it. Basically, nobody knows the difference. It's like impossible to figure out which one to use, you know? Nobody knows what to do. Personally, for me, I don't find it that difficult, but I'm sure there are people who do find it difficult. So let's again go to Google Docs and see if Google Docs can tell you which one is the right one to use. So there we go.
So if you're a student, you're gonna be happy you got Grammarly.
If you're a student, you're gonna be really happy that you bought Grammarly. Because if you don't, you're a piece of shit. I don't know why, it might just be me, but this guy comes off as like so pretentious for some reason. I don't know why. So let's check out the final ad.
Like Harper, an econ major who piles on the pressure.
This term paper's gotta be great. It's a third of my grade.
Your ideas are on the money. Let's make sure they come across clearly with Grammarly.
No offense to coaches or PE teachers out there, but would you really know this econ major has a good idea? It's like getting the English teacher to help you out with math. You know, they're like, oh God, I stay away from that stuff. I have no idea. Like, I've done that before. You like show your English teacher what you're working on in math and they're like, oh, no way. Ugh, I have no idea, you know, a lot of the time. So I'm not sure the coach really knows how good her ideas are. So let's have a look and see how the sentence was rephrased. So instead of it saying which results in a very sudden price change, it just says resulting in a sudden price change. Obviously that correction made it less wordy and better. I just don't see how by changing around the words a little bit that it's going to make your essay that much better and make it so you're like a C essay turns into like an A+ essay. I was gonna give this paper a C-, but because I read their excellent description of supply shock, I think I'm gonna have to give them an A+. You know, most people would just write resulting in a very sudden price change, but they wrote results in a sudden price change, which is just so much more precise.
My application needs to stand out. They only meet with the top candidates.
If you want to make a good impression and nail your delivery, use Grammarly.
I'll agree that makes it better, but that's it? Is that all she's writing? All like 11 words there? If you're writing that you can bring more value to a company on your application, you gotta write some proof. We received over 10,000 applications from around the country going into great detail on how they can benefit our company. But the one I think I'm going to pick is this really short one here because they just sound so confident. What do you think? Yeah, that's my thoughts exactly. You know, they say on their application, I bring more value to your company as an engineering intern. You know, they don't describe what exactly that is, which I think is kind of cool because, you know, it's a little bit of a surprise when we hire them. So let's have a look at the last example in this ad.
I keep repeating the same words.
Let Grammarly help you find the right words faster.
So instead of teach, he chooses the word prepare to make his sentence even better. Which does, you know, it does make it better again because he's not using the same word. But like how much of a difference will it make? It still has to be well written and well supported. You know, you can't just be like, I looked in the thesaurus and chose a bunch of funny words and now my essay's an A+. So from looking through all the applications, I think I want to hire this guy here because just the way he wrote, by teaching media literacy in early education, schools prepare young children, which is just an amazing sentence because most people would have written teaches, but he wrote prepares, which just makes him stand out from all the other candidates. Good word choice is really difficult, you know? It's not like there's a thing like the dictionary, but instead of giving you the definition of a word, it gives you alternate words, you know? That would be really helpful, but it's a shame that we don't have anything like that. There's a lot more that goes into writing an essay than just the grammar and word choice. And they, of course, since they're Grammarly, they're only going to talk about that one portion of it. But they just make it seem like that's the only part of an essay that's really important. Make sure you got your good grammar and your fun words. So that's the end of this video. If you did enjoy it, please give it a like and please subscribe and check out some of my other videos about Grammarly or my Get Rich Quick Ad playlist shown on the end screen.